Taoism is defined as the philosophical system that advocates a simple and honest life and non-interference with nature, natural events. Recently, Dr. Combs came and gave a guest lecture to our class. His lecture explored the cultural perspectives in ethics. After listening to his lecture and what he had to say, I realized that I don't have a broad understanding of what's culturally accepted in other areas of the world. This is due to a lack of travel. I really haven't been out of the state of Missouri very much, and the only time I've been out of the country is when I went home with a foreign student one summer and lived with her for 2 months. And it was very sheltered. It was very similar to the U.S. It was just in the Bahamas, so it wasn't as culturally different as you would think it would be. After listening to Dr. Combs speak, I realized that I didn't know as much about what was culturally accepted and expected in other areas. The American culture, to me, symbolizes the Western culture that Dr. Combs spoke about. The Western culture focuses on completing one task at a time and doing it as quickly and efficiently as possible in order to move on to the next task.
Hello. Hi.
The Kenyan culture reminded me a lot of Taoism, as I defined in the beginning of this post. And the Kenyan culture is a very ease-based culture. They focus on taking their time when doing something rather than speeding through in order to go on to the next. This lecture helped me to understand that I need to be more aware of other cultures and what's culturally expected and acceptable in those cultures. And this will help me in the future if I take a broader aspect of researching and developing my skills in that area, because it's good to know what other cultures are like in order to succeed when communicating and interacting with people from other cultures. The next thing I'm going to talk about is S's chapters that asked if we really needed a new digital media ethic. That's something Dr. S asked in chapter 1. We talked about in class how inappropriate it would be if Dr. Waters snapped a picture of us whenever we were all looking bored and very uninterested at the beginning of class, and if she posted that on her news feed somewhere and said, oh, this is what my communication class is like, and this is what these students are like every day. We decided as a class that that wouldn't be really the right thing to do and that wouldn't be ethically correct. We also talked about how Dr. Waters, if someone took a video of her cursing and clipped out just the part of her cursing and made it seem worse than it really was and made it seem like she was being negative, then that wouldn't be culturally ethical either. So the question, do we need a new digital media ethic? I would say, in my opinion, yes. But I think that it's more on a personal level and it could be taught at home. Everyone's raised differently. Everyone has different morals to say. Everyone has a different ethic persona. But I think that just being taught common courtesy at home would help transfer into that digital media ethic. Like, for example, my mom always taught me, don't say things on the internet that you wouldn't want anyone to know, that you wouldn't want people we go to church to know, that you wouldn't want your friends to see, that you wouldn't want your grandparents to see, and things like that. So, like I said, I think that it's more of an at-home type ethic. I don't think that it's really a written rule by the book type thing. So that would really just be up to you, and it would start at home.